I don't know if this, makes you as angry as it makes me, but as somebody who spent my life with models and building models and looking at data sets, when there is something that's extraordinary, you pull that data out to normalize the data set. You don't let that weird thing kind of skew the whole data. And so the idea that they're going to run a $1.4 trillion deficit, which is 44% higher than what it was in 2019 for this fiscal year that wraps up this month, and say that they're reducing the deficit because they had this like weird, COVID emergency relief money, just like makes me want to punch somebody.
Yeah, like as a former budget guy, the abuses of data, it gets worse all the time. But I'm thinking specifically of the Biden administration crowing about how they had eliminated inflation a couple months ago because there had been a slight downtick. Can you even explain, like, this isn't current services budgeting where, like, in my world, if you project that the budget is going to grow by 20% and you cut that current services projection to 18%, you're saving money.
Right.
But I couldn't comprehend. I cannot comprehend
similar.
their math on the inflation thing.
Yeah, no, we had a scenario where the month-to-month increase in inflation was flat. So somehow that translated to we have no inflation, and it obviously that came to bite him in the behind when that shifted in our most recent report again. So I don't even understand the tenor of that. I mean, people don't need to see the CPI report, right? They could just go to the grocery store. They're looking at that bill. They're feeling real pain in their family. And so the idea to try to gaslight people to tell them that the economy is great and that inflation has been tamed, like, I'm just not even sure what the end game is there. I would have so much more respect if they were just honest about it and saying, hey, we're going to try some stuff and maybe it works and maybe it doesn't work. But to just kind of like dismiss the real pain that the average American is feeling is doubly cruel.
I'm going to butcher George Orwell, but he said that, the party demands that you ignore the evidence of your eyes and your ears. And you could go back to James Carville, who so accurately said it's the economy, stupid, when they were taking on George H.W. Bush. And I feel like when you say that this is the strongest economy in forever, I forget how exactly they said it, or that we're actually zero inflation, you're right. People don't look at the CPI. They don't even know what the CPI is, but they know that the food that they're trying to feed their family with is a hell of a lot more expensive. And they know that, even though gas prices have gone down somewhat, they know that it's a hell of a lot more than it was last year. And so when the president says there's no inflation, or when the president says the economy's strong, they're like, either he's lying to me or he's an idiot.
Or and both. Neither of which is why not both, right?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe both. We're not sure. So it felt like stupid politics,